Mr. Young Trader, this is Monday morning. It's time to go to work. Now, remember, this is going to be a 4-day trading week, and we have the 4th of July holiday on Friday. Okay, so we're going to take a look here at Bitcoin, gold, silver, crude oil, natural gas, and we'll take a look here at the old NQ, which is ripping up nicely. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy on the stock market ETF. Please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Okay, here we have Bitcoin, your daily and your weekly chart. Now remember, this is the last day of the month here. Usually it's a down day and then new money comes in at the beginning of the month, but we've got to see how it all shakes out. Now it looks like Canada has already scrapped that digital tax that Trump was slamming. So I think they're probably back to negotiations again here. So got to see how this all going to play out. Now, what we had here today, we had this nice higher high. Okay, we got all the way up here at 109,565 level. Okay, so what we're watching is 109,305, okay? And we're watching all these top of these candles here, 109,340, and then we come all the way up here at 109,425 here. So this is the area here that we were right here looking for to break that down, that trend line, okay? So now we got to see how this all shakes out. But we have, as of right now, we got a little bit of a topping tail, so we got to see, but it's very, very early. Okay, so that's what we're watching here today is that 109,565 on the upside. Then we're going to go right here to that 110,890, which is basically just the top of that candle. Okay, we get above that, we're going to go right here, 112.60, and then 112.345 is your retest. We crack that, it's 113, 115 to 116 area. Okay, but now what it is we lost this downtrending situation, which is very, very nice. Yeah, we have this downtrend here, but again, now if this reverses and comes all the way back here, well, the downtrend is still in play. But let's just see how that shakes out. Now, on the downside here, you got 106,388. There's your 8-day. And then we have 106,372. So now that 8-day crossed over that 21-day, and that's always very, very bullish. So what we want to watch today is we want to watch the bottom of today's candle, 107,925, and then Friday's low, 107.50, and then we want to watch that 8-day, 106,388, and then we want to watch 106,372. Those are going to be all your key support levels. Obviously, we lost that. We can find support levels here all the way down to that 50 SMA. But look how nice that 50-day crossed that 100, and she's melting up here very, very nicely. Now, you look at the RSI, 56. That's got plenty of room to run. Your green looked like it wants to cross over that red, and it would take that price up higher. But again, we had a pop up here, but we had a little bit of a topping tail here, so you got to be just a little bit careful that it doesn't pull back down here to these simple moving averages, okay? So again, just watch that high, that 109,565, then 110,890. Now, here by Thursday, okay, not Friday now, but by Thursday here, we want to watch this 8-day. We need to hold that on a closing basis. That's that 106 flat. We definitely want to hold that. If not, we come right down here to the bottom of that candle there. You're looking at 103. We come over here. We're going at 102.425. And then we have 100, and then we come down to the bottom here. Retest at 99.90. But that 8-day is going to be everything. But you can see here now, see how we're right in that mix of all that big time resistance level. See how we had this downtrend? So we have a high, a lower high, a lower high. And now look where we are. See, we're breaking that trend line. And I think we're going to pop up here nicely. We've got to see how it shakes out. Okay, let's take a look here now at gold and silver. Okay, here we have gold, here we have silver, daily charts. Now, you can see here how we had this really, really nice 50-day was holding everything nicely, okay? And then here what we did is last Friday, we lost it. We came down here to retest that 32.66. Now, today we put in a lower low, kind of a situation, but you know we're right back above that 32.66 level, which is good, okay? Now, again, if that's lost, what you want to do is watch through today's low. That's that 32.50. That's going to be your support level, okay? Then, if you just look right at the top of this candle here, you got 32.52. See this level right here? This is all going to be your support. Now, again, if that's lost, then we're going to come down to the bottom here. You're looking at 32.09. We'll come here, 32.07. And then we'll come down here. You got a 31.70 level. We have 31.56, and then we have the retest down there at 31.23. But we have this nice 100-day that's still cruising up here. 200 days cruising up here. So realistically, if we lose on a closing basis, 32.66, this 31.73, that's going to be your big target, okay? But now you can see where it popped down, and we're popping back up. However, look at this 8-day. See how it crossed that 21-day, and now it's looking across that 50. That's going to provide very, very strong resistance. Now, I pointed out here, see where I have this candle? Then we had these two other candles. This is a bear flag situation, and that was the result of it last Friday, okay? Now, we got to see how this is all going to shake out here today. So if we can keep rolling on the upside, 33.07, And then right here, 33.34, that 50 day is going to be very, very crucial. And then we have your 8 day, 33.45, and then we have 33.66. There's your 21 SMA. Now, obviously, if we get above that, we just follow the candles up there. 33.85 level, we come up here at 34.13, and then we just keep working itself up. 34.22, 34.27. Then we'll be looking for that 34.76. But right now, got to be very careful here because that 8 day crossed over. That's going to provide very, very strong resistance here on the upside. Now, here sitting on 43, that's not overbought or oversold. The green is still below your red because you can see the momentum to the downside. Okay, so I say we just be a little bit careful here, but I think this is now a trade. This is not a buy and hold. For me, I'd jump into GLD if we can get above the 50 day, the 8 day, and close above that 21 day. Then I would jump into GLD to get back up to this 34.76. But right now, we are, trailing on the way down here and possibly looking for that 100 day. Now, here we look at the silver. While the silver here is doing a little bit better. Okay, so you can see the 21 day is holding. We popped down, but we closed above here. Same way today. But again, we're fighting this 8 day. See how that is? Even though we popped up, where's the price right now? Okay, right below that 8 day. So what you're doing is you're trading at 36.25 on the high side, and we're trading at 35.98 there on the downside. Okay, now if we can get above this 8 day, and then we look at today's high at 36.46. If we can close above that 8 day, then I would jump into the SLV and then I would take it higher. Okay, so I'd be looking for right there at 36.82. Then I'd be looking at 36.97, 37.10, and then 37.40 is your big retest there. But right now, we're just stuck right between the 21 day and the 8 day. Now, if we lose that 8 day on a closing basis, you obviously want to watch today's low here. You're looking at 35.58, and we'll come right down to the bottom here at 35.19, and then we want to look at the top of that candle right there at that 35.94, and then we'll be headed right for that 50 day at 34.22 level. But right now here, as long as we hold that 21 day, just respect that until it's lost. Again, respect that 8 day, but you need to get back above it. Now, this here is not really doing anything here. You had 56 here. We had that negative divergence. Came right on down here. We have that green over your red. It shows momentum to the downside here, even though we are rallying up. But you got to be real careful here with this here, okay? So just watch that 21 on downside and that 8 day on the old upside. Okay, let's take a look here now at crude oil, natural gas. Okay, here we have crude oil. Here we have natural gas. Now we'll take a look at the old crude ski here. Okay, now you can see here what we have is a big bear flag situation going here. See the pole coming all the way down here? Bear flag situation. Now, what would negate that is if we can get back above that 65.73 level, or 100 day, and we have to get it back above this 66.83 or 21 day. And now look at that, the 8 day, 67.48. But you rolled right over and you crossed the 200 day, and now looks like you're going to be crossing that 21 day, cross that 100 day. This is going to come flying down there very, very hard. That's going to provide very, very strong resistant levels. Okay, so now on the downside, watch today's low, okay, 64.50, and then watch the bottom here, 64 flat. And then we'll come down here to 63.58. Now, if we start losing that, then we can just follow these candles all the way on down here, okay? So you got 62.82 level. We have 62.50. We have 62.17. We'll come down here at 61.06. And then we're going to have to retest there at 59.74 right there, okay? So, but right now here, just be very, very careful because there's a bear flag situation that's in the process. So if this loses that 50, it's going to come right down here to that 59.74. Now, usually crude oil will run up into the holiday 4th of July, but remember, that's just this week here. After that, it kind of sells off unless there's some kind of a disruption. Okay, now again, if there's a war, this kind of situation, then yes, crude oil can push right up. But under regular conditions here, no. Another thing you have to understand is here is Saudi Arabia looks like they're going to dump even more oil on the market here. So, and if the war doesn't materialize anything there in the Middle East, then I think prices could come way on down. Okay, so we just have a flat ski here going at 47. The green is below your red. It just shows very, very negative. And then we had this negative divergence here. So right now, I'm just being very, very patient. I'm just going to see what's going to happen. But again, any kind of disruption will take crude oil higher. So always remember that, okay? Now, if this normally plays out here, this bear flag, we're going to lose that 50-day, and we're going to retest that 59.74. Okay, natural gas. She can't get up the old schneid here, you know? Okay. Low, higher low, higher low, higher low. Still have a good bullish chart going on here. Now, Friday we had this nice big pop up here. Cruise right on up here nice, okay? We had that topping tail, came all the way down, but held that 200-day. Look how nice that held it, okay? Then we had the bottoming tail. That was the buying point. And then look at here, nice green candle. Now, this is why I always get out of the trade on natural gas, because they don't call it the widowmaker for nothing. A lot of times you think, oh, it's going to continue. It's going to go right up there. Yeah, well, obviously, so far it didn't. So right now we have what they call as an inside day. Your high and low is the inside of previous days, high and lows. And what we're looking for now, we just lost the 800 day and the 21 day. So what we're looking for is the bottom of Friday's candle, 351, and then we're looking for that 50 day at 349. And then we lose that, you're going to come down here to that 200 day at 338. Okay, upside right there. You got to get back above that 366. And we have to get back above right there, that 367. If we can, we'll come up here to your a 375 level. Okay, your resistance was right here, 376. That's why I got out of it. See that resistance? Came in at 375. Okay, didn't crack through that, didn't go higher. So boom, I'm out of the trade, and now we'll just wait and see what's going to happen here. But again, we can get above all that, then your big target's going to be up here. It's going to be that 384 level. Okay. But right now here, sideways action. Just be very, very patient. Let's see if it comes down and holds that 50 day. Might be a trade right back up again. Or if we can get close above that 21, 8, and 100 day, then we can have a nice good shot, maybe even retesting that 415. Okay, let's take a look here at the ONQ. Okay, here we have the ONQ with just a melt up continue. Now, for me, how I'm trading this here is I'm just slowly selling into this rally here, okay? Because these are not going to end well, okay? So we had a negative divergence, but it went on for a long time. But now that's all done, and now we're getting to that overbought condition here again. Okay, so you got to be a little bit careful on what's going on, okay? So we had this melt up, and see how small these candles are getting now? Okay, you're having that melt up. So again, you got 22, 915. That could go to 23. That could go 24. That could go 25. We don't know that yet. Okay, but what we do know is eventually these melt ups do not last. Okay, so if it does sell on the downside, watch that 8 day, 22, 385. Watch that 2205. That's your 21 day. We lose that, you're going to come right down here. This is going to be your target at 2114. Now, again, the T-Man got that, Canada scrapped that tax on the digital service there. So that's always a good thing. So now he can go back into the negotiations on any kind of a tariffs. But remember, all the tariffs are going to be in play here on July 9th. And T-Man came out and said that he's not really going to, extend those at all. So we got to see how this is all going to shake up. But always be careful when you see this melt up. That's not a buying opportunity. This is a trader's opportunity, okay? This is a buying opportunity to take it long. This is a trading opportunity, okay? So use stops, okay? Don't be foolish. Use stops, okay? Because you can always buy it back. All right, that's what I got for you. I'll be back here midday trading. We'll take a look at some stocks. Trade what's in front of you, not what you want.